back to Creative Conversations. My name is Mia Moore, and today we are joined with Liam Kenny.
Hello. Good
How
morning.
are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. It's a pleasure to have you in today.
Pleasure to be here.
Wonderful. So we are going to be chatting a bit today about your journey in content creation and the world that has unfolded because of that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to start just by, let's go from the beginning and go with, how did this start for you? What began this journey?
So, it was a little bit out of the blue, really. I was just attending a concert at Hyde Park, Morgan Wallen, I think about 18 months ago now, a little bit more. And I was just maybe a few too many shandies deep, and I was just really vibing to the music. I was just really into it, and no one else seemed to be around me.
Okay.
And I think I was the only one singing to the song. It was one of my favourite songs that he was doing. I can't even remember which song it was now at the time. But I was singing and no one else seemed to be. And a friend of mine just got a video of me singing. And I've always been chronically online.
Okay.
Always spend far too much time online. But I just posted the footage, the video.
Yeah.
Just as a bit of a laugh, and one thing led to another, and it got quite a few views. At the time, it was the most views that I'd ever had, and it was crazy, and it was huge. And I can't even remember now, but it was probably something like 20,000 views or something stupid.
So was that completely unexpected? You weren't anticipating it to go anywhere?
I had a TikTok and an Instagram, and while I was posting, it wasn't necessarily I'm posting stuff that I know people will want to see and know how to get people's attention.
Okay.
I was just posting it because it was a fun little clip.
Just because.
And I was like, why is no one else singing?
Yeah, why is no one else vibing to this?
Exactly. And then a few people commented and shared and said, this is the sort of vibe that we need. And it just went from there. It went from one thing after another from there. It was crazy.
I bet it sort of unleashed all these other people that wished that they had that confidence. And they're like, oh, I wish I could do that.
Yeah. The best thing about anything that I've ever done online is when I get comments or when I see people in the street or at concerts and they say, because of your video, I've been able to do X, Y, Z, or I've posted, or I've gone to a concert on my own that I didn't think I'd be able to.
Wow.
That for me is like, it makes me melt because
that's so lovely.
It's insane. I post stupid little videos and
just silly old me.
Just me being a bit of an idiot, and I never thought that I'd sort of impact anyone's life to the point where it's improved them.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm so grateful when people tell me anything along those sorts of lines.
If you don't mind me asking, what's the contrast like between comments like that, which are very supportive and kind, to the ratio of comments that perhaps are more judgmental? What's that like for you?
Yeah, so
where do we start?
There is, within country music and being a cowboy, and I'm not a cowboy, let me get that. I'm not a cowboy. I live in the countryside. My family's in-laws have farms, and I'm around farm animals, and I'm comfortable riding, and I can do all that, but I'm not a cowboy. I'm not going to go roping in Montana for a summer. So there is an elitism around country music.
Okay.
And it comes in so many different forms. It comes in, you're not country enough because you've not been listening to country music a long time.
Okay. So it's a bit like do you know who you're even listening to if he's on your band t-shirt? Like that sort of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you.
Absolutely. And if you listen to the wrong artists, or if they're not niche enough, and there's a competition to be more cowboy than anyone else. And I get a lot of comments all the time saying, oh, that hat's never seen a pile of horse poo and everything like that. And it's like, okay, great. Let's go roll around in it if you want.
And what?
Yeah, you know? I'm not shy of it. Like, my hands have got calluses. I work with my hands. I go to the gym. I work out, and I'm a physical guy.
Yeah.
I'm not at home, like, working on a laptop all the time.
Yes.
So, okay, let's go rope then. If you're gonna invite me, if you're gonna invite me out, let's go jump on a horse and we'll go. Like, I'm happy to do that. I'll do anything.
Go for it, yeah.
So yeah, but
And there's all you can never please everybody, and especially when you're online, you're sort of in the limelight, and you're sort of fending for yourself, in all honesty, because everybody's coming from their own direction.
Absolutely. But I'm really lucky that I have a growing group of friends that I see at these concerts and events and everything that support me.
That's lovely.
And have been sticking up for me behind my back, and just really, really good people that there was, just before Christmas, someone said to me that someone was in a group chat and saying, have you seen this guy's video and XYZ? And he turned around and said, have you met the guy? And they said no. And they said, well, why don't you try meeting him and then see for yourself? And that really shut them up, because I don't get on with everyone. I know that I can be quite polarizing, but I try to be all right to most people.
Exactly. And again, it's you're sort of putting yourself in quite a vulnerable position, having all of these eyes on you all the time. And I mean, nobody's perfect, and there's no rule book with content creation and how to deal with socials. You sort of I can imagine, just wing it.
Absolutely.
And just see what happens.
Absolutely. And like you say, there's no rules. There's no, today I'm going to be posting this, this and this. Some days I'll post nothing. Some days I'll post 5 videos. There'll be no running theme. Some days it will just be, do you know what? I've had a really bad day. Nothing particularly bad's happened. I'm just in my own head today. I'm not feeling well. I'm a huge advocate for mental health. So I'll happily post myself crying if that will get the conversation going for someone else.
That's amazing.
And there's no rules, but there are a few people out there. And do you know what? I don't have any bad feelings towards anyone. And I've learned that it's more to do with them. What someone says about you says more about them.
Absolutely.
And I think if you're a good person or in a good place, you will see the good in others.
For sure.
No matter what.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's humbling in a way to sort of realise how different people can be, and perhaps how easy it is for you to be or come across confident, and how difficult that could be for other people, that they can't even fathom being online and posting these videos and talking to strangers.
Exactly. People think that everyone posts a video in one take. It's not one take. It's not.
It's really not.
It's really not. Every cut you see, that's a different take.
Yeah.
We're not A-list Hollywood actors doing a monologue here. Not yet.
Not yet.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But
it's time.
But it's just, you just do it.
Yeah.
They say, how do you do it? By doing it.
Yeah.
Like, get
just
the movement, and then it goes from there, and then it gets easier. And if it's not perfect, it's not perfect.
Exactly.
Who cares at the end of the day?
Yeah.
It's all a bit of fun.
So do you follow particular trends? Are there things that you'll keep an eye out for, and then you'll perhaps save them and think, oh, this is popular at the moment, I'm going to go down this route? How do you operate?
Yeah, it's more, for me, what videos do I like?
Okay.
And what do I like to see? So there'll be a few trends here and there that are sort of so encompassing of my For You page and my social sphere online that I can't miss out and can't not do that, or have been told you need to do this. But most of the time it's, this is a really good idea. I like this idea. What can I do with it? How can I do it differently? How can I do it my take on this?
Yeah.
How can I do it so that
it interests
followers,
my viewers. Yeah.
And then sometimes it's just off the dome what comes to mind. And I have on my phone, I've got a list that's sort of probably 300 deep at this point of just quotes or tags or ideas, just stupid stuff, and half of them I'll never make, most of them I'll probably never make, but just having them there, write them down, come back to them and go from there. That's my process. That's
your way of doing
original
it.
ideas,
that's interesting. Do you ever find that your creativity is like stifled
all the time?
At all?
Absolutely all the time. Yeah. And funnily enough, those days are the days where I just post any old rubbish
Okay.
and it does somehow better than anything else.
That's interesting.
So a good example was around New Year's time, so only a couple of weeks ago, and I've never watched Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I missed the original trend and then found it really hard to go back to it. But it was all over my For You page and Conformity Gate and everything like that. And I had a few down days and there was nothing really happening socially, no new music, no big news. So I was just like, what am I doing here? And then it was all over and I was like, I've had enough. I just need to post a video about this.
Yeah.
And I just set up a camera and just said, look, these are my thoughts on it. This is just coming off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but
going in blind here.
We need to let this go as a community. We need to sort of please let's regain our own let's regain ourselves here. Let's not get lost in the sauce. And then that got 250,000 views in a few days. And
just from being yourself.
Just from saying, guys,
sort it out.
What are we doing here? Yeah. So you just do it. You just have to do it.
Yeah. Just push yourself.
Yeah.
And that's it. I find with like some of my work, my art and makeup, I can sit there for as long as I like and look at Pinterest boards and come up with ideas and concepts, but it's all well and good thinking it, but it has to come to fruition at some point.
Yeah.
Otherwise you can't call yourself a content creator or an artist or a creative at all.
Exactly. Yeah. There's people out there that look at the Mona Lisa and say that's not finished, and it's like, it's the Mona Lisa. What are we doing here? And a quote from a song by Tim Minchin, who's an Australian musician.
Yes. Yeah, fantastic.
It's actually a 9-minute beat poem that he does, and there's a line in that says, to throw perfume on the violet is just fucking silly. If it's a violet and it smells good, why are we throwing more perfume?
Yeah.
To gild refined gold, what are we doing? It's already refined gold. Why are we doing more of it? And it's just, you just do it. You just do it. If it isn't
broken, don't fix it.
Exactly.
You know. Yeah.
Don't overwork it.
Yeah. Amazing. So I want to touch on your inspiration in like country music and things. Where did that start from? Where did that unfold?
So I grew up listening to a lot of old country, so things like Marty Robbins back in the day, Johnny Cash, that sort of thing. My father was a little bit older, and while he loved the Beatles, he also loved that era of American music as well. So it was the old music there, and then I was really into like hip hop in the early 2000s, more early to mid 2000s, and R&B and a little bit of like emo music as well.
Yeah.
A little bit of that, like loved Good Charlotte back in the day, that sort of thing.
Sum 41.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
Good. Yeah.
And then the natural progression then sort of seems to have gone for a lot of people as well to country music eventually.
Yeah.
It was probably on the crest of the new wave where I was involved with like Florida Georgia Line. And they're huge in America, but over here in the UK they're not as big. And then Luke Combs for me, and everyone hates the way I pronounce his name. It's just the way I've always pronounced his name, because I've always seen it written down, and I was the only person who liked country music, so I saw Luke Combs and I pronounced it Luke Combs, and no one corrected me, and here we are 8 years later, and now everyone's mad at me on the internet because I pronounced it wrong.
Let them be.
Let them be. Look, one day I'm going to meet the man and I'm going to apologise to his face.
There we go. And then that video is going to go viral, and they'll all see it and it'll all be fine.
And then he'll say, look, don't worry about it. And everyone who's mad on his behalf is going to be so annoyed. So for me, it was that sort of Luke Combs sort of album and everything that he's done. And then from there, it's just the more I hear, the more I love.
Amazing. And what is it about country music that you like think so much?
Well, speaking about my sort of love for R&B as well, I think there's a real storyline.
Yeah.
And there's so many great country songs out there that are essentially 3.5 minute stories that start with a character, and it might be a heartbreak, it might be, well, if you go back to the old Marty Robbins songs, it's like old outlaws and cowboys shooting each other.
Yeah.
but there's a story that goes along with it, and there's a rawness to it, and a vulnerability to the good artists, and a real, you can tell when they're being genuine with it as well, for me. And
I love that it's not polished as well. It's not refined like the music producers in like the charts are in the same way. As much as obviously a lot of country music has started heading to the charts, and it's found its heading in the UK, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, you've got Zach Bryan, who's undoubtedly one of the biggest country artists, definitely right now, possibly of all time. He's sold his albums for 300 million or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's released an album last week, and then 3 days later he's released an acoustic album that he recorded in one session, not perfect, in a hotel room, essentially.
Amazing.
So how much more raw can you get than that?
Exactly. Yeah. And I think there's a lot of passion, and like you said earlier, some vulnerability there, which I think is very relatable to the listeners. And I think we're always looking for something that we can go, oh, that's reminiscent of my life.
Yeah.
You know, where you can go, oh, that sounds just like me.
Yeah. And a lot of the country music guys are guys and girls, are very private with their lives, and that's fine, of course. But there's some out there like Zach Bryan, like Morgan Wallen, who are very flawed individuals who portray themselves in their mediums, but they entice a lot of people because of who they are and because of the flaws. We've had polished artists, Britney Spears and Justin Bieber and everything like that, and the scandals when they go off the rails a little bit and all that sort of stuff. But in country music, it's almost part and parcel of it that they're all rough and tumble, and they need to be a little bit of that to be.
You accept that as
of course
the package when you're listening to country music.
I don't want someone who's overly polished and everything. I want someone who's a real person that I can relate to and sort of be like, or maybe not a good person, but you're real. At least you're something.
You're authentically
you make
yourself.
me feel something. Yeah.
Which I think, as much as a lot of like the charts music nowadays tries to be, it misses the mark because of that lack of authenticity.
Yeah.
And I hope at some point everything can catch up and be a bit like country music in that respect.
Yeah.
Where we're like, you know what, cards on the table, this is me, this is my story. It's obviously not country music, but for example, Lily Allen's new album, it's all about a huge messy marriage thing.
Yes.
But the lyrics are so incredibly powerful and so literal.
Yes.
That it nods towards like that country-esque type thing, and I love it because you can hear the story, you hear what's going on, and it's spread throughout the album. And I find it fascinating.
Brilliant.
And again, that's art to me, and creativity in songwriting. And music.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask you a question. What's your opinion on Post Malone in the country?
I love it.
Amazing.
I absolutely love it. There are, as I mentioned, there's some elitists out there that think you have to be ranching and it's a competition who can be more cowboy and everything. And look, the guy's from Texas. How much he literally supports a team called the Cowboys in the NFL. How much more cowboy can come on, and just because he's done R&B, and I've literally just said that was my path. The storytelling is what got me to where I like country music today. And he was part of that, and I saw him live last year in London, and he was incredible, and he was so authentic, and he was so passionate about what he was doing. And he said, look, this is me. I wanted to do country music. I love country music, and it's the same. And do you know what, this might get me some hate, but I don't mind Beyonce doing country music. A lot of people say she's not real country. Again, she was raised in the South. How much more country are we going to get here?
Exactly.
Is it because she's been doing R&B her entire life, or is it because she's a black woman in a predominantly white
industry
genre?
Yeah.
What are we talking about here? you might not like the songs, and look, don't get me wrong, I don't love the songs that she puts out.
But you respect from the artist's point of view.
Absolutely respect her.
Yeah.
Like, there is space for her, in my opinion, in country music. There's space for everyone in country music.
Absolutely. That's what it's about. It's like that community sense, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So I am wondering, what's going forward? We're going to step forward as if it's like 5 years.
5 years.
Where do you see yourself? What is Liam doing in 5 years' time?
I'm terrible at this. I'm terrible at planning where I'm going to be next week and tomorrow. It's awful. So 5 years for me, I'm a bit of a rolling stone. So
Okay.
So I'm a rolling stone with it. Do you know what? I'm riding the wave. I love doing what I do. I love being out there.
Yeah.
And I am taking any opportunity I can get with both hands. I will do it all. I want to be as skilled as possible in as many areas as possible. I want to be comfortable talking to people in front of a camera. I want to be behind the camera. I want to learn more.
Every aspect.
More aspects about filmmaking. I am a struggling actor, as all actors are struggling actors. And I want to be someone that people can go to when they think what's happening in the world of country music or movies or TV shows, what's happening and where can I get a genuine, honest opinion on anything.
James is going to be like, what the hell?
Someone didn't have any breakfast.
No, I didn't. Terrible. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, absolutely not. So I just want to be someone that people can trust to be real and authentic and honest with anything.
In a world full of AI and nonsense and not knowing what's real and what's fake, we need that. And that's reassuring
We
to
absolutely do. We absolutely do. But in terms of like specific jobs or anything like that, I have no idea. I love interviewing. I love being around the industry. But in terms of where am I going to be?
In a deck chair somewhere.
Hopefully. Yeah, that's it. In a deck chair in Miami.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, that would be
Shandy in hand.
Shandy in hand, or down Main Street, or somewhere in Nashville. Yeah, that'd be the dream.
Amazing. It sounds so exciting. And why not? Why
exactly? Why limit yourself? I never thought I'd be where I am today a year ago. And for people in the industry that I know and everything, and they've said, oh, it's taken 5 years for me to grow to the audience that I have and everything. And I know that some people have done it not organically, and I'm so incredibly lucky that my videos seem to hit a nerve with some people at the minute. And
I think it's more than luck. I think it's the authenticity, as you say, because that's so rare to find nowadays, and people can sense that on videos. And when I've seen your stuff, that's one of the first things that I thought, this guy would be really interesting to interview. And scout him out a little bit.
Well, thank you very much.
Authentic as he is? But he is.
I hope so.
Can confirm.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm just a bit of an idiot. Like, honestly.
I relate so much to that.
I'm just an idiot. I'm a dog chasing my tail. I love what I do. I'm so lucky that I've been given a platform to do it. And I'm just an idiot.
Just little old
don't
me.
Take yourself too seriously, and
that's the trick, I think. Absolutely, and then nothing can hurt you.
Exactly.
You know, my expectations are down here.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then everything else is a win.
Everything I post with the expectation that it will get 100 views, and anything other than that, I'm super, super happy. I don't. Very, very rarely do I delete anything, and it's only when it sort of hits the block where it gets like 3 views or something stupid like that. So I don't delete anything. I don't procure my page so it looks all neat and fancy. There's no themes.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot with a camera, and unfortunately people have to hear my opinions on
and I think that's fine by your viewers. Looking at things, they seem quite happy with that
for now.
But for now.
But
I really appreciate that there's no particular structure in itself. That's very typically creative. Just being, I've got all these ideas and they're just going to come out and we'll see what happens.
That's it. I've worked in jobs where I've not been creative. I've worked office jobs. I used to work in recruitment years and years ago, and they're just... I always thought that maybe it was just this company that wasn't for me. And now I've been able to sort of let myself off the leash. I just know that it's the sort of the 9 to 5 sort of rat race, or whatever you want to call it. It's just not for me. And some of my best friends utilize it and love it, and love the structure, and love being where they want to be. Don't have any children. I've got no commitments. I can do whatever, be wherever, go wherever, and I love that. I love that freedom to just be a Rolling Stone. Yeah, it's great.
In a world of people sat in their offices.
And do you know what? Absolutely zero judgment or anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Puts food on the table. I know that I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now if it wasn't for the support of friends and family and everyone. And I'm very, very lucky that I'm in a position that I'm able to be in, that I wasn't 5 years ago or 2 years ago or a year ago.
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh, so inspiring. So inspiring. I love it. So I'm going to finish on like one last question.
Okay.
My stomach is rumbling again. Goodness me.
Knows it's lunchtime.
Yeah. It's like, come on team. What's like your dream? One thing that you could achieve in life that would be your absolute dream?
For me, and it's something that for the last year or so I've been really trying to manifest. So I've been interviewing more and more people. I've interviewed some incredible artists. I've met with Riley Green and people like that, and it's wonderful for me to have a sit down chat with Luke Combs. Would be nice. the absolute bucket list. Amazing. Of this man is sort of a hero in terms of the work he puts out. I think he's probably a really chill guy. Yeah. And I think it would just be, that would be sort of something that for me would be
full circle moment.
Yeah. How are we going to top this? Yeah. I'd probably leave country music, to be perfectly honest. Because
You're like, happens, what's the point?
Where do you go from there? What do you do after that?
How do we top this?
Completed it, mate. Need to go on to move something else, or go into like K-pop after that or something.
Yeah, exactly. Go on to the next trend. And it'll be fine.
Exactly.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you on today.
Pleasure's all mine.
Thank you very, very much. And please keep an eye out on Liam's socials. What is your Instagram handle? How can we find you?
My Instagram is HeyLookIt'sLiam. My TikTok is HeyLook_It's Liam. Yeah. There are lots of fakes on TikTok. Okay. That's the only one I have. That's the only one I probably ever will have. So that's where you can find me.
Superb. I have been Mia Moore. This has been Liam Kenny. And thank you very much for listening. Creative Conversations was hosted by Mia Moore. It was recorded at Granary Studios, audio production by Granary Digital. Additional production support and editing by James Jones. For more information, visit our website at granary.digital. To contact the show, email podcast@granary.digital. Please leave us a review wherever you get your podcasts and follow us on social media.